Hey everyone, Scott or the Scottman, and we're here in New Hudson, Michigan. I've been here to this spot a couple times, and I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for helping me get to 2,000 subscribers. I never thought I'd even get to this level here on YouTube, so thank you very much, everybody. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys are really awesome. You're the ones who keep this channel going. And I definitely have more travels planned in the near future and in the far future too. So anyway, since I've gotten to 2,000 subscribers, I want to celebrate with you. So there's going to be two things with this subscriber special. The first one is going to be another Q&A, because I know how much you love the Q&A. So you get another opportunity to ask me a bunch of different questions, and I'll answer them in a Q&A answering video probably in about 2 or 3 weeks from now. So that way, I'll give you about a couple weeks to come up with different questions, whether it's asking me on this video, on my Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and I'll answer them in the video, which will probably won't be up till like sometime later in August. So you'll have that to look forward to. But the other part of the subscriber special, I figured it'd be a little fun to have you guys learn more about me a little bit. So I like to call this 50 Facts About the Scottman, but I'm going to need to look at my phone for all the 50 facts I've written down, so I'm going to, unfortunately, we'll have to say goodbye to this beautiful view, because I'm going to go back inside my car, because I don't see a picnic basket around here, or a picnic table or anything to where I could. If only I had 3 hands. Oh well. All right, we'll get in the car and we'll enjoy the 50 Facts About the Scottman. Okay, we're back in the car. Well, I'm in the car now, back in the car for me. So here's the 50 Facts About the Scottman. This is going to be a little bit rapid fire, so I'm going to go a little fast. So fact 1, I am 30 years old. 2, I am a 90s kid. I grew up watching cartoons on Nickelodeon such as Rugrats, Doug, Hey Arnold, Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, etc., as well as playing video games on the Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. And then once the 90s were over, we entered the 2000s. I became a teenager, and I became more interested in the usual stuff like sports, driving, girls, you name it. While still being interested in video games. And of course, regardless, I was always interested in travel and geography, pretty much since I was like 5 or 6 years old. Fact number 3, despite all my travels so far, I've only lived in 2 states, Michigan and Texas. I was born and raised here in Michigan. I was born in 1988. In 1993, my parents and I moved down to Houston, Texas for a few years. And then 1997, we moved back up to Michigan, and I've lived in Michigan ever since. Number 4, I placed in the top 30 in the state level the 2001 National Geographic Bee for the state of Michigan. Fact number 5, I was able to give people directions on how to get to and from Detroit and Houston, Texas when I was as young as 7 years old. If you don't believe me, just ask my oldest sister. Fact number 6, I have visited 79, as of today, 79 of 83 counties in the state of Michigan, although they weren't all necessarily in a YouTube video. Fact number 7, when I was growing up, I originally wanted to be a meteorologist or a weatherman. Fact number 8, I graduated from Oakland University with a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Fact number 9, my favorite band is Yes. And Led Zeppelin and Rush are very close favorites of mine. They're really great bands. If you enjoy rock music, especially classic rock, you gotta give those 3 bands a listen. Although I'm sure you've probably heard of all 3 of them. Okay. Fact number 10, I used to be a very picky eater when I was a kid. Gasp. Especially watching all my Travel the Lights videos. It's like my 15-year-old self, if he were to watch my Travel the Lights videos, he'd be like, what the? Okay, anyway, fact number 11, the Nintendo 64 is my favorite video game console, because I really enjoy games like Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Mario Party, well, all the Mario Party games for the N64, and Donkey Kong 64. Number 12, I was among the first of the public to view the new Little Caesars Arena in Detroit. In fact, I even have a YouTube video on this. Fact number 13, I am a pasta fanatic. If you put a plate of pasta in front of me, even if I'm on a diet and I'm trying to lose weight or something, I'll devour it whole. I'm not kidding you. Whether it's spaghetti, rigatoni, lasagna, mac and cheese, you name it. Fact number 14. As of today, I visited 6 world capitals: Washington, D.C., Ottawa, London, Ljubljana, Sarajevo, and Zagreb. I have planned to visit more. Fact number 15. I can have a stammer or stutter at times. See what I did there? Fact number 16. I definitely consider myself to be an introvert. Fact number 17, I took Calculus 3 in university, and I got a 4.0. However, especially in recent years, I'm not a real fan of math, although I liked it when I was in high school and earlier, but not so much when I got to the university level. Fact number 18, I have driven on the left side of the road in the United Kingdom in 2015. Unfortunately, I don't have a driving video on that, but next time I go there, I'll have to do a driving video. Number 19, I have been to Orlando, Florida twice, but I have never been to Disney World or Universal Studios, although I do need to go there sometime, though. In fact, if you want to check out some great videos on Disney World, definitely check out Traveling Spanky. He's a very good friend of mine. Fact number 20, I have taken a tour of the National Weather Service office. In fact, I've been the one for the Detroit Pontiac office. Pretty cool, actually. Okay, I gotta go to my next page. Fact number 21, I got my first smartphone. Not this one, the one before that. Got my first smartphone in 2012. I was awfully late getting into the world of technology when it comes to cell phones. Although I had like those traditional flip-top phones before then. 22, I have flags of every country I have visited so far. I have that in my bedroom right now, and I even have a picture on Instagram that I took recently of that, because I got flags all the 9 countries I visited. Where did I leave off? Okay, 23. I've broken 1 bone in my body, my left shoulder. This is when I was camping in Huntsville State Park, north of Houston, Texas. This was when I was, I think, around my 8th birthday, 1996. 24. I had braces on my teeth when I was growing up during middle school. My teeth are a lot straighter now. 25. I first filmed a travel video on my parents' camcorder in 2003. The commentary and quality, however, were really awful compared to my commentary now. In fact, if I get a chance to, maybe I should upload that video, although it's awful. Number 26. I am better than everyone in my entire family at Mario Kart, especially my cousins. Maybe not so much as Smash Bros, because I think because I have a cousin who I play Mario Kart with him a lot, especially growing up, and when it comes to Smash Bros, I think he's a little bit better than me, in my opinion. So I'll give him credit there. 27. The Simpsons is my all-time favorite show, although I primarily like the older seasons, although the majority of Simpsons fans kind of say that too, so I'm kind of with them on that one. 28. I have not had a single soft drink since January 1st, 2013. I've had the occasional maybe beer, like especially in the past year, like on travels, but other than that, I'm primarily a water drinker, although I do like orange juice in the morning, though. And then like milk, too. Oop. Come on. Okay. Number 29. I gave a speech at my high school graduation. Number 30. I have met video game composer Grant Kirkhope, who did the music for the Banjo-Kazooie games, Donkey Kong 64, and Ukulele. I got to meet him at MagFest in 2016. Very cool guy, by the way. Number 31. I went to the Michigan and Purdue college football game in 1999. I went with my parents and my uncle. And in fact, that game, Tom Brady was Michigan's quarterback and Drew Brees was Purdue's quarterback. Number 32. I have been in 6 different time zones so far. Eastern, Mountain, Central, Pacific, UK time zone, and also the Central European time zone. Number 33. I have visited Frankenmuth, Michigan at least once every year since 2007. Frankenmuth is just such an awesome place. I enjoy going there every time I go. It will never be boring to me. 34. A Christmas Story is my favorite holiday movie. That's pretty much why I did that Christmas Story house video back in November last year. Number 35, The Legend of Zelda is my favorite video game series. Love all the different games from like A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, and especially the new Breath of the Wild. Great games. 36, my favorite color is green. Although, ironically enough, I'm wearing maize and blue colors today because I have a U of M shirt. Yet, ironically enough, my favorite color is green. Number 37, I threw up on my very first airplane ride, which I was either like, I think like, might have been like 6 years old or something, or somewhere around there. Number 38, I work in the IT industry as an infrastructure engineer. I'm not going to say where I work because it's a smaller company, but great place to work with. The people there are really awesome. In fact, a few of them have appeared in some of my videos too. Number 39, I have more friends who live outside of Michigan than who live in Michigan. That's the great thing about the online community. You get to have friends all over the world. Fantastic people. Number 40, I once got very sick when my parents and I were camping when I was very little. I think I was like 3 or 4 years old. However, I did not want to go home. I wanted to stay camping. It's like, you can tell I have an adventurous spirit in me. Number 41, I may rave about coleslaw in my videos, especially my Trail of the Lights videos. However, pizza is my favorite food. Now, pizza and coleslaw together, maybe not on the pizza, but pizza with the side of coleslaw, I'm there. 42, I have driven in downtown Boston and lived to tell the tale. Basically, with that, you don't want to drive in downtown Boston. Use public transportation whenever possible. Otherwise, the roads are confusing, you got aggressive drivers. Locals will agree with me with that one. 43, I once got a full letter grade of extra credit in one of my college classes because I knew where most of the countries in the world were on the map. Like, we had an extra credit assignment one time, and I was able to write down exactly where most of the countries were in the world, and true story, it's like, end up acing the class, probably thanks to that extra credit assignment. Know your geography, people. Number 44, I lost around 90 pounds in weight from early 2013, around the time I gave up drinking soft drinks, or soda, or pop, whichever term you like to use, until mid-2015. Although, to be honest, I probably gained 10 pounds back, but you can thank the Trail of the Lights videos for that one. Number 45, I have driven on every freeway in southeast Michigan, although not every one was featured in a driving video. Although, I might try to change that, though. Okay, number 46, go down to the last 5 facts. I like dogs and cats, but I'm more of a dog person. Dogs are really awesome, by the way. Number 47, I became an uncle when I was 10 years old. I'm an uncle to 5 of them, and in fact, I think they've even made appearances in my videos, too. Number 48, excluding flight layovers, I have been to 9 countries so far and 32 states, as well as the District of Columbia. Although if you include layovers, I'd add 2 more countries because of a layover I had in Paris as well as in Amsterdam. And then states, I had layovers in Atlanta, Minneapolis, and Salt Lake City. 49. The very first video game I ever owned was Super Mario World. In fact, my parents bought the Super Nintendo for me and that game to keep me away from our neighbor's house who had the original Super Mario Brothers. And then the last fact, this is fact number 50. No, I'm kidding. Lame fact. The real fact number 50, I'm a big fan of watching 80s and 90s sitcoms. Think like classic shows like Home Improvement, and also like, well, don't really count The Simpsons, although you can count as one, but also like Step by Step, Growing Pains, many different kinds, and try to watch new shows too on occasion. Definitely need to watch more of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but that's a pretty good show. Only seen a few episodes. I really need to watch that show. All right, so that was 50 facts about the Scottman. So I hope you enjoyed that, and stay tuned so don't forget about the Q&A questions, and stay tuned because yeah, after a couple weeks I'm going to film another video answering your questions. So once again, thank you everybody so much for helping me get to 2,000 subscribers. You guys are really awesome. So thank you, and this is Scott, or the Scottman, signing out.